And hello again everyone, hope you are all well. Been a while since I did a video, because basically real life. Yeah, since I've been away there's been some changes. Apparently they've gotten rid of the 3-3-3-3 rule, e.g. no longer will it try to match mechs, 3 lights, 3 medium, 3 heavy, 3 assault. It will now, apparently there is a tonnage, like a maximum tonnage per team system in place. And I've heard horror stories so far of the Arctic Cheetah running supreme with like 7 or more on one team versus another team of probably equally lighted out mechs, probably due to the fact that the Arctic Cheetah is now available for sea bills, and as everybody claims it's so OP, people have gone mad for it, thinking it's going to be some kind of instant I win button. I'm sure it is very potent. I have them. They were the only mechs that I actually paid money for out of the wave 3. When I say money, I mean like real money as opposed to in-game money. Gonna fire up a couple of games because I want to see the Wolfhound, if that's in game, see if that's any decent. Also, I want to see if it is as bad as everyone makes it out to be, and whether it is as lights all over the place, which would be a refreshing change given as to the fact that there weren't really many under the old 3-3-3 system, because you get monsters like what I'm in running around, and direwolves and other equally well, or should I say heavily armed mechs roaming around the place, and your regular or slash unskilled light pilot will just evaporate as soon as they get hit by anything, because they're getting hit by like 50 points worth of pinpoint damage, and it just wrecks them. And I see that arrow thing's on by default now. I'll have to get that turned off. Somebody mentioned in the comments that was the case. I will have to actually make an apology for the people who have been leaving comments on the videos. I've not been getting notifications of the comments, so I've not known it's happened. It wasn't until I checked my emails that I suddenly had things from YouTube saying, oh, someone's commented on your video. I'm like, oh, well, that's good. Just didn't want you to think I was ignoring you or being ignorant. I've simply not known about it up until basically last night. So thank you for commenting. Continue to do so if you wish. It's all appreciated. Hopefully I won't completely stink up this here match, as I have not played for a while. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, just looking at my team, I don't see a vast swathe of lights in it, so maybe it might just be down to busier times of day, because at the time of day I'm playing it's not overly busy. So we'll see.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Been toying with the idea of buying myself a new keyboard, one of these mechanical keyboards that's all swish with all the fancy lights and things. I'm not quite sure I can justify the outlay, to be honest. I've been looking at the Razer Chroma. I've seen one relatively decent priced where I live. Read a couple of reviews of them online on YouTube, etc., and they look really, really nice, but I don't think it's going to make me perform any better in this game, let's be honest. I've also been looking at the forums of what people have been saying about some of the PTR stuff.
Target acquired.
Remember guys, it is only PTR, it's not set in stone yet. It's going to be interesting to see if any of the things they've tried will actually make it into live, simply due to the fact some of them just sound pretty rough, to be honest. The one where essentially if you fire at something and you don't have it target locked, you will do less damage, makes very little sense to me. I guess they're trying to encourage people to target more, which, alright, fair enough, that kind of makes sense, but they shouldn't punish somebody for not targeting.
New target acquired.
But yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess, isn't it? The one that I think's got most people, especially some of the clanners, hot and bothered is the bit where they're wanting to
new target acquired.
sort of reduce the range outside of optimum range of what your lasers will travel and do damage. I think, if I'm interpreting it right, it's something along the lines of they'll do their maximum damage up to their maximum main range. So in my case, my large pulses would go to 680 meters and do their full damage.
Fuel at
After that,
25%.
their effective
Target
range wouldn't
destroyed.
be doubled like it used to be. It would be reduced to, I think it is 60% of what it currently is, or 40% of what it currently is, essentially meaning that you would have a lot
Target
lower
acquired.
effective maximum range on things, which isn't... To be fair, from the games I've played, I haven't seen that many games played out at what you would call to be maximum range. That is probably the fact that I'm tier 3, let's be honest. It's not exactly
New target acquired.
home of the metas where I'm in, unfortunately, but
Target destroyed.
it's fun nonetheless. From what I've heard of some of the meta games, I'm not sure I'd want to
Target
play them either,
acquired.
to be honest. It just seems like a couple of teams at max range poking the crap out of each other.
New target acquired. Heat level critical. New target acquired.
I'm getting chewed up by probably a teammate now in my luck.
New target
Ooh.
acquired.
A cheater. As in an active cheater, not someone actually cheating. Take a surprise amount of punishment and things. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they actually do regarding various things, because some of the things I've kind of
New
seen and
target
heard about,
acquired.
it's only on the PTR, so you know, it's chances are it's not going to make it into the game proper. Especially when people consider that on the PTR none of the mechs have any quirks. So yeah, I know they wanted to try to do this huge balance pass where they sweep through everything and completely change it all in their mind for the better, but I can see it causing issues because the game is kind of broken in many ways.
New target
That
acquired.
said, you've got to commend them for trying.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Well, I've not seen many of these lights so far. I don't think I've seen a single Wolfhound. Kind of looking forward to seeing
New
that game. I
target
imagine it's going to be a
acquired.
mix of between the
Target destroyed.
that thing does sound
New
obnoxious.
target acquired.
Oh, he's done a good job of jamming us both up so none of us can get anywhere. Wonder what's left. It's over there.
Target acquired.
Ooh.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
His mistake there was slowing down. Let's see what I mean. 50 points plus a damage. Lights go splat, which you can see why they're not very popular. I mean, even me, my stationary state, I can take a hit or two from Maria.
Target acquired.
Not that I'm going to test this theory too much, because it's rather painful.
Target destroyed.
That's
Heat
3 for
level
me.
critical.
It's quite funny in the previous games I put up onto YouTube when I was messing around with the ERP PCs on this thing. It turned out it was generally too hot to use due to the massive amounts of heat the PPCs used. The actual the adder works way better with with just 2 PPCs than this thing would, even though this is obviously like over double its weight. With all the extra heat sinks etc. you could cram into it. You're better off doing what I'm doing now, as in going for the pulse laser, medium laser build, or some variant of, you know, whatever works best for yourselves, or some kind of heavy autocannon
Target acquired.
version. That cheater's still alive. So they had at least 2
Target
cheaters
destroyed.
on their team. Well, it doesn't feel, team-wise, this time of day, any different to what you would expect before they made the changes. Oh, I got 4. Wow, that doesn't happen often. And actually, finally, a decent game to stick up onto YouTube as opposed to my normal ones where I just get annihilated. Yeah, credits are okay. Oops, team damage. I'll be popular. Try another game, see what's what. He says. That's kind of interesting. There is definitely more lights at this time of day at least, but that could just be due to the fact that the Wolfhounds been released and the C-Build version of the Arctic Cheatahs released, as opposed to the tonnage implications having anything to do with it. For reduced waiting times used assault mechs. Yeah, you don't see that often. And it looks like while I've been having some downtime that my unit has now become Ghost Bear. Suppose I should change my colours of my mechs accordingly. I got all the colours when I somewhat foolishly bought the biggest tier pack you could get for the Wave 2. Hence me getting the Gargoyle and all the others. I got 4 sets of colours, so I picked 1 set of each of the clans that was available, which was kind of cool because now I can mix and match to my heart's content. But the annoying thing is, most of the mechs in that pack were complete turkeys, hence me not running out and waving my wallet at PGI for the Wave 3, which is a shame because I really wanted to, because I really wanted this executor that I'm in now, but I wanted the invasion variant. And maybe I'll get it at some point, but for now I'm just kind of seeing what happens with the game for a bit. It's still fun. I wouldn't be doing this now if it wasn't. It is still fun. It's just perhaps not as strong as I'd like it to be, and I'm sure many of you guys feel the same. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this balancing. The forums are kind of comedy, really, with people screaming at one side or the other's OP. I wouldn't really say so. I'd say both sides have their advantages, and I'd like to think both sides will still have their advantages when the balancing pass is done, because if they make both sides essentially completely equal in every way, then they kind of killed some of the flavour of what the game is, or at least what the game's based on it is. I understand they don't want one team to have a distinct advantage over another overall, but if you could kind of give one side a set of advantages or a set of disadvantages and the opposite for the other team, maybe, kind of like it is now in a way, because obviously Clan has the superior range, well, supposedly, and the Inner Sphere tend to be in many ways better brawlers. I say in many ways, I think it's more due to the fact that their autocannons tend to fire one shot, so there's less chance of it all being spread. That's what I mean, obviously. Clans have the advantage of the XL engine that doesn't explode if you lose half of it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. Hopefully it'll be better, or at least not worse. I sound so hopeful, don't I? Well, nice to see the queues are still big. Oh, there we go. I should probably mess around in the mech lab and see what else they've changed as well. I hear they've done something different with the colour selection system, which looks kind of cool from what I've seen of it in still pictures. Right, let's have a look what we got on our team. A Jenna, one Cheetah, that's 2 lights so far. Still not seeing this mega amount of lights, unless of course the other team's all lights, which would be kind of scary. We've got what looks to be a DC or not, or a connect. Oh, nope, there he is. Yeah, we've only got 2 lights on our team. Makes it somewhat messy, but it is what it is.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
I'm so glad he moved then, because I would have just accidentally called out one of my teammates. Have we got enough jump juice to get up here?
25%. Fuel at 0%.
The answer is kinda.
Fuel at 25%.
It would have been quicker to have gone around, but never mind, at least we did it. Oh, there goes our Cheetah. I'm gonna have to start calling them Arctics, because if I keep calling them cheaters, people are gonna think I mean someone's actually like breaking the rules.
Target acquired.
I hear they're making big changes to ECM as well, or planning to, or it's been at least tested on the PTR, where they're going to really reduce the range down and do other bits and pieces with it. I'll have to look into that more, because one of my favourite mechs to play is my Raven. Shock horror, not a clan mech. I do really like the Raven though, it is a fantastic little mech.
New target acquired.
Swine. Oh, he didn't actually hit me apparently.
New target acquired.
I am intrigued and quite heavily tempted to get one of these shadow cats at some point.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
He's completely ignoring me.
Heat level critical.
Can't get any shots on him. Oh, good back armor, that gentleman.
New target acquired. Heat level critical. New target acquired.
Oh, Banshee. Should do my team a favour and put some firepower into that thing.
Heat level critical. New target acquired.
Oh, don't stop in front of me. Keep moving. It's a good job there's no weapons in this game that can go like through multiple mechs.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. Heat level critical. New target acquired. Heat level critical. New target acquired.
Whoops.
Heat level critical.
Gonna get sick of hearing that today, I think.
Heat level critical.
Greedy.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
This could seriously backfire as I'm on my own. Could be getting led into a trap. Card out by teammate. Interesting. Well, we are categorically losing this game. Unless I can hopefully not get my ass shot out going around here. Guessing they must have completely bailed out. How many of my team's left? Well, there's 3 versus 6, so we could be well and truly bound, but then again they could be in really bad condition, so we don't know. Let's go and see what we can find. Somebody's down here, let's go and see what they're in. Oh, well, we lost. Yeah, those two that I was following skedaddled out there pretty quick. I didn't see what I thought to be their destroyed mechs, so yeah. Well, there you go, another game. And their team was, well, yeah, not as light heavy as all the scaremongering's been, so as per usual, it looks like it's people who shouting loud, making a lot of noise about not necessarily something that's common at all times of the day. Probably going to try a couple of games later on just to see if it's a bit different at a different hour, e.g. when America's awake, and see how they get on. So yeah, that's been another video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully do another one soon. I am going to finally get around to doing that Bruno race in Project Cars as well, which I'll put up, which will be hilarious given the fact that I've not played it for a while, so I can't remember the track. Yeah, it's going to be comedy. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you catch me on my next video. Bye for now.